All right, good morning, and here we go. My baby girls woke up at 6 this morning. One went to bed at 7:30. The other one would not go to bed until just right now. So now it's time to answer all your questions. But first, let me make sure that I am online and streaming. It looks like I am, and I do have a ton of questions to answer. So I will, and there I am. I am streaming. Good. Now the question is there anyone on? Not yet. It's still early in the morning. Okay, let's do this. A lot of happy Father's Day wishes. Thank you so much. By the way, well, no, I'll mention that in a minute. Jedi Acolyte, do you have a favorite Star Wars character from RPG source books, and do you wish said character to be reintroduced in novels and comics? No, I don't want them reintroduced in the new canon, but I do like Plato Keith and any characters. I like Mace Windu, the first Mace Windu, not the Jedi. Uh, and I like someone else. I can't remember. No, anyone from the Dark Star campaign. I find them interesting. Official Rave Blitz. If you were a Jedi, what force power would you use? Probably telekinesis. No, no. The mind control. Little girls, you will go to sleep. You will go to sleep. I'm not even kidding there. All right, FQ Fergus. Are you familiar with the 12 Indiana Jones novels published by Bantam in the 90s? He just recently discovered them. Yes, I've read two of them. In fact, at one time, I calculated how much it would cost me to get the entire collection. It's not very hard. I mean, I'm talking like comic books and young adult books and stuff like that. And I think it totaled up to 400 bucks. Like I found it all. All I had to do is just press the trigger on a few websites. And I said, let me read it first. I read the first two books. They were fine, but it didn't grab my interest as much. I mean, I like Indiana Jones fine, but and if I had them, yeah, I'd read them, but I don't know. It does, and it's in continuity. The Indiana Jones books do also share a continuity with the movies and TV show. So, but I don't know. I just never really got into it. But I mean, the two I read were the first two books that had come out in the series, and they were decent. I think Steve Perry was the only person to write for Star Wars and Indiana Jones. I could be wrong on that, but I remember seeing a familiar Star Wars name and thinking, why didn't you get more Star Wars authors to write for Indiana Jones? Makai Kishu Zero says, might be a weird question, Matt, but I've always liked hearing about how people met. How did you and the missus meet? Uh, let's see. She met me. She saw me. I was doing stage theater. I was doing Footloose and the Kevin Bacon movie. It was on stage, and she saw me at Footloose, but didn't talk to me. And then she came back from my next show, which was Oscar and Felix, The Odd Couple, and she saw it 3 times to supposedly work up the courage to talk to me. After that, we saw each other here and there. I mean, she came to one of my parties at my apartment. She became friends with my sister. I can't remember how, and I thought she was my sister's age. So I talked to her, but I wasn't like, I kept saying, oh, yeah, we totally need to hang out sometime. Yeah, totally. Yeah. And she's like, well, he never asked for my number. And I was like, yeah, I thought you were, 17. I thought you were my sister's age. So I was like, yeah, whatever. We'll hang out, little girl. And but then I found out she was, I think she had a conversation with me one time. She went, yeah, I've been in college for so long, 4 years. I should already be graduated by now. I was like, oh, she's not 17. So I asked her out. And the rest is history. I say she stalked me because she kept coming back to the theater to try to talk to me. And she hates when I say that. Hates when I say that. But she won't see this video. She may hear. Okay. P says, "Oh no, you're not going to go full remember and like that, smash that whatever button." Yeah, I hate that. I thought about doing a video. I still might do a video making fun of someone on YouTube who does that a lot. I can't stand it. Let's see. Oh my goodness, this one has replies on it. So let me read the replies. Reading up through all this. Here we go. Christopher Nelson. He said Kenobi was one of the last great EU novels. That's true. Yet it probably has the least imaginative title of any Star Wars novel. What would you rename it? And Vermis gave his things: a fistful of credits, a few credits more, the good, the bad, the Jedi. It's funny. Once upon a time on Tatooine. Oh, that's nice. I wanted to call it. Wait, I had the name, Chris. It was. Uh, oh no. Oh, he goes into hiding. Kenobi goes into hiding on Tatooine. He goes into a self-banishment. What is it called? I had a cool name. I thought of a cool name instantly when you asked me this question. Now I can't think it. It was something to do with twin sons. Twin sons of. I can't remember. Something of him. Doggone it. It was so cool. Anyway, it was going to be about his, oh yeah, twin sons of exile, because Obi-Wan's in exile and the twin sons of Tatooine. So this is his new area, twin sons of exile. Yeah. I still call it Kenobi, twin sons of exile. Ooh, yeah. Let's see. Do you want to tell me? I don't understand one of these questions, so moving on. Wicked Wart says, "Do you think the EU will be non-canon forever?" Yeah, I think it will. But I also think it can continue as Legends. So there's that. There's more questions on here. And did I skip any? Oh, no, I did. Michael's questions. I was going to say Michael had some questions on here. All right, so who's your favorite hero from Marvel and DC? Marvel, Spider-Man. I think Tom Holland's doing a good job in the movies. And DC, Batman. Who's the best Batman to play? I don't know. I like Adam West. That's just personal preference. But Val Kilmer did a surprisingly good job. So did Michael Keaton. Will you make any more videos with other expanded universe like Halo, Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek, Stargate, Alien, and Predator? No, because they don't connect. Nothing else can. Well, besides Indiana Jones, but I'm not going to do Indiana. I thought for a minute when I got the collection I could do Indiana Jones reviews too, but that'd be very short. I could do that in 6 months maybe, and I decided not to. But there's no other series that connects. Like I love Stargate, but it doesn't connect. Spartacus has a comic book and 2 novels, and they connect. That's it. I could review those all in one video. What is it? Sons of Anarchy has 1 book that connects. I mean, everyone else has just such a small thing. Firefly, the novels are really good. The comic books I just do not like for the most part. There's like been one in the past, but the newest one I find boring. But the novels for Firefly are great. Maybe when this is all said and done, Firefly, maybe. But the comic books are really bad. What's your most favorite Star Wars Legends Epic Collection comic series? I think I've already said this. I really appreciate the Wild Space Omnibus 1. However, Dark Horse's Droids and Ewoks Omnibus I did enjoy as well. Remember, most of these I didn't get collections. I got them when they came out. I have a lot of the single issues. Who is your most favorite Shield Maiden and Mandalorian clans in the expanded universe? No idea. No idea about the Space Force either. Sorry. And will you want to have a Knight of the Old Republic game introduced as a real movie? Personally, no, because I don't have any connection to the video games, but I know there's a ton of people who would. Okay, so let's just keep going here. General CJG says, you said in one of your Matt chats or Matt talks, he says, I don't know what a Matt talk is, that one of your friends dislikes Dark Empire because it's stupid and pointless and it brings the Emperor back to life. Did you ever get to ask him about what he thinks about Disney bringing back the Emperor Palpatine back in Rise of Skywalker? Well, I mean, you hear his laugh, I think, but I don't think you see him. I don't think it's been Has that been verified that it is the Emperor coming back? I mean, it's hinted that it is, but is it been verified by Lucasfilm? Once it gets verified or the movie comes out, I'm definitely going to talk to him. Right now, I'm not going to talk to him. I'll say, so what's up? Because we don't know for sure. We have guesses, and we have people say, oh, I have on good authority. Rumor has it. On a very good rumor, I heard, very good source once told me, whatever. Until it comes out and we see what it is, then if it is the Emperor, then I'm going to question him. I'll say, so you must hate this, right? Since you hated it in Dark Empire. I know he's building up a defense right now. I love the guy. I love the guy, but I know he's building up a defense because he knows. I haven't called yet, but he's thinking I don't know about the Emperor's Laugh. That's probably why he's thinking I'm not calling him. But he knows I'm eventually going to call him when I hear the news. So he'll have some excuse. Maybe. He's a pretty honest guy, though. He may say, yep, you're right. It was stupid. They shouldn't have done it. Don't know anything about Scoundrels Cantina, guys. Never even heard of them. So sorry. Don't know any about that drama. All I know is this: if anyone talks bad about you, let your voice speak for yourself. There's been a ton of people who talk bad about me, and then they come to my channel. People come to my channel going, "Wow, who is this jerk?" And then they watch me and they go, "Oh, he's not a jerk at all. In fact, he's nothing like these people said." I've had several emails and posts on my videos saying, "Wow, Matt, I came here because I heard you were a big jerk and a idiot or blank, racist, but you're none of those things." And I've now subscribed, and I say, "Hey, thanks for giving me a shot." You just let your actions speak for yourself. And it looks like he said Dark Novia is dealing with the Clone Wars. I don't know why he's stuck dealing with the Clone Wars, but does he want to do it? Does he want to torture himself? I wouldn't want to do the Clone Wars again. I just talked to a friend of mine the other day. I was like, I don't want to ever do the Clone Wars. I'm glad I'm doing this in chronological order because I got Dawn of the Jedi, which wasn't much, out of the way. The prequel stuff, which I thought was okay. There's some good stuff here and there. And then the Clone Wars I got rid of. Now it's just going to get better. In my opinion, it just gets better and better. If you go in chronological order, think about it. Dawn of the Jedi and Legacy. Legacy isn't the best, but it's much better than Dawn of the Jedi. So it seems like it just builds up for me. So going in chronological order really helped me out. All right, so let's see. Oh, we do have some people watching. Oh, awesome. Here we go. Let's see. Meds Factor says the hyperspace shorts, they were taken off the Savudu channel. Meds Factor, there is a place you can go get it. Let me know if you're still watching. I'll type it in the comments. I know everyone wants to see it. No, actually, that's a lie. I won't do that. I will. No, I can post the link in the comments. I can do that. I know someone who might have posted them all on his blog. Someone told me they got rid of them. What was it, earlier this year? And I was like, oh, really? That's sad. He went, well, don't you have them? I said, yeah. He went, I said, I don't have them on a file or anything. I said, I have to retype them. I said, you know what? I'll just go ahead and post them on my blog. And so you can just get them there. So they're on my blog. Actually, you know what? I should talk to Joe. He should put those on his blog. Part of his, on his website, StarWarsTimeline.net, because that would be a good thing that would go on his blog. I need to get with him about that. Hi, Josh. Josh, what time is it where you're at? Is Ahsoka Tano included in Legends? Yeah. Ahsoka Tano has tons of comic books in the Legends universe, and of course, the Clone Wars series shares both universes. I haven't kept up with any updates with Sam Whitaker. Sorry. Rave Blitz. Have I ever played any of the Disney interactive games from back in the day? Interactive games on consoles? No. In Disney World, I'm sure I have, but consoles, no. I I got out of video games, folks, 2008, 2009, somewhere around there, and I really never went back. I think the last one I got was Batman Arkham Origins because I like the Arkham series, but that was such a horrible game because it wasn't made by Rocksteady, and they did a horrible job. There's glitches that were really bad, and they never fixed it. It was sloppy, but the game was pretty good. But it was just since they never fixed those glitches around when you fought Firefly, where the game would sometimes freeze up. I mean, you have to shut down your Xbox and start over again. That pissed me off. So that kind of got me out. Even though I kind of want to play Arkham Knights, I was really big Batman Arkham fan. Just for a hypothetical question, but adult Anakin, I think Charlie Cox, Daredevil, could play him. What do you think? Adult Anakin? Yeah, why not? I could see that. Ray Blitz, you've been playing 101 Dalmatians, Escape from DeVille Manor. I'm going to tell you this, Ray Blitz. My wife would play that in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, she would play that game. She loves. She had a debit card. We were with Chase, and Chase has a 101 Dalmatian debit card, and she loves it. They replaced it with a Frozen. They don't want to do because I guess no one knows 101 Dalmatians anymore. So they wanted a Frozen debit card. So they did a Frozen debit card. They tried to give her that. She's like, I want Dalmatians. They said, we don't make that one anymore. She's like, oh, because it had little paw prints on it. She loves 101 Dalmatians. And she loves Cruella DeVille as a villain. She loves Cruella DeVille. Okay, Mess Factor, you're still watching. Okay, I'm gonna post the link. Hold on. I gotta talk about something. Oh, it's in the afternoon for Josh. Oh, the guy that plays Gambit in X-Men Origins should be Kip Duran. That's a good call. I like that. He was John Carter too, wasn't he? I remember that guy. Yeah, I like him. For Kip Duran, that's actually pretty good. People ask me all the time, who would you want to put in a movie? Cast the EU with actors you see today. Folks, I don't know a majority of actors' names and almost zero actresses' names. A lot of times I have to ask my wife, who's that girl? She was in that other show. What's her name? My wife knows all that. I don't know any of it. I've never heard of that game, but my wife would love it. Oh, so Sam Whitaker has a new exclusive interview on the Star Wars franchise. That's nice. Oh, you just finished. Hey, Troy, what's up? Troy, I know you left me some messages. I haven't checked them yet. I've been dealing with baby girls all weekend long. Let's see. By the way, man, just finished 108. Yeah, Marvel 108. Great stuff. Loved it. Best week ever when I got that thing. Check out my Matt chat from last Saturday. It was so weird to just. When I walked into the comic book store, I was kind of like, okay, let's see if they have this book. And then when I saw, I was like, okay, new EU. I mean, it was like all over again. How I felt when I used to go to the comic book store and grab the latest comic books and just read them. In fact, to stop me from reading it in the car, because I was going to read it in the car and probably get in a wreck, I called Chris and just talked to him for a minute until I got home, just so I wouldn't read it in the car because I wanted to read it right there while I was driving. I didn't know they had a TV. 101 Dalmatians had a TV show in the 90s. Dang, I'm going to have to ask my wife about that. Spider Fan talks about the micro series, the Clone Wars micro series, contradicting Labyrinth of Evil. Yeah, well, I actually talked about that in one of my videos, so I addressed that. But yeah, I mean, it is a contradiction. It's aggravating that they couldn't get on the same page on such an important event. Robbie says, "What's my favorite ice cream?" He says, "I'm Robbie." Ooh, all right. Hi, Robbie. What's my favorite ice cream? Oh, this is stupid. Why am I even thinking about this? It's pistachio. Hands down, pistachio. Hands down. There's nothing even second. Maybe butter pecan. Pistachio by leaps and bounds. I get pistachio all the time. I love pistachio. Oh, Joe solved the contradiction? Okay, good. Spencer, he did read 108 driving the car the way home. That's funny. Okay, let me find this link for you, sir. Oh, I'm already in. I'm trying to pull up the internet when I'm looking at the internet here. All right, so let me go ahead but anyway, going back to that comic book, wasn't it great? Wasn't it great? It felt just like it connected. I mean, what it did. I mean, obviously and it's so much better than the ending that 107 gives. I mean, it's just, I just sat there going, this is awesome. This is so much fun. And to me, it read super fast. I mean, super fast. It went by like that. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm halfway through this. I just opened it up. I mean, it was a thick comic book too. But did anyone else feel that it just went by super fast when you were reading it? Because I did. I was like, oh my gosh. All right. So while I'm looking up where I posted, I'm trying to find the exact day and month that I posted it because I can give you a direct link. Okay. I'm still looking up. It was earlier this year, I think I posted it. Anyway, this commercial is brought to you by Motorola Moto G7 Power. Folks, if you are sick and tired, they're not paying me, by the way. I just got this new phone. I'm sick and tired of charging my phone 2 or 3 times a day. And I said, what has a good battery? This one does. I charged this 2.5 days ago. 2.5 days ago. I stream YouTube through it constantly. I listen to music all the time when I'm working out, which is 5 days a week, and it is at 10% right now. That means later on at noon, I'll have to, it's almost exactly 2.5 days. It says it can go 3 days, but I really play a lot. I really work this battery. But it has this big, huge, I mean, this is a carrying case, but it has this big, huge battery in the front. And it's amazing though. It's amazing. I did believe the hype. Okay, there it is. I did believe the hype. I was like, this is great. This is great. I was like, wow, wow. And it's definitely worth your time. Now, it says it doesn't do wireless charging. Who cares? It's not waterproof. Who cares? And you can't do your Chase Pay, Apple Pay, like scan your phone through it. Who cares? Right? Those are small things. Plus, it's really cheap, $240. Really cheap for a smartphone, but I really love it. Okay, I think I found it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'm going to give you the link for my post in April. No, March. March. And you have to scroll down, but there they all are. All right, let me go back. Here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, boo. Okay, you know what? I'll just put it at the, oh, dang it. I'll put the link. It won't let me do it. So I'll put the link in the comments. Well, let me put links in the comments. Yes, it will. I'll put a comment. Boom, there it is. Post it in the comment of this video. There you go. Oh, by the way, if you start reading my blog, watch out. It's not Star Wars. It's not. It's sometimes board games. Sometimes a lot of other things too. But I posted all the shorts there. All right. Man. Am I the only one that isn't a fan of coffee? No, Josh, I can't stand coffee either. I have 3 brothers who are baristas, and that means professional coffee makers. And I can't stand coffee. Can't stand it. Love the smell. Love the smell. Wish I tried to like it. Tried every different variation of it back in the day. Ugh, ugh. Hate it all. Heath Ledger would make a good Kate Skywalker. Yeah, he would have made a good Kate Skywalker. Y'all are so much better at this than I am. Hello, P. If you're down with P, then you're down with me. Friends of P. Friends of P. The rentals, anyone? Okay. Comic books usually go fast for you. Yeah, they do. That's true. Comic books usually do go fast, but sometimes, I guess ones with terrible stories drag. So that's true. Comic books do go fast in the long run. See, I didn't even know there was a book either. It's an actual book, like a young adult book. I'll have to check. Ray Bliss, all this 101 Dalmatian stuff my wife is going to love. So I will definitely be giving her this and sending her this information. She will definitely be interested. You're welcome, Meds Factor. And you just scroll all the way down on April's post, and I posted all of the Savudu stories that they had because I got them. I copied them a long time ago. I got them off that website a long time ago. I always want my own copy, backup copies. What do I like better, the Thrawn book, novels, or his comic books? I've never read his comic books. I know everyone gets on to me and says, "Oh, you never read you need to read the comic books." No, I don't. No, I don't. Oh, they have some extra stuff in there. I don't know. They may skip some things because they can't go into depth as the novel and may have to add some stuff to kind of move from one scene to the next. But it's, to me, it's not worth my time to read. Like Spoon in the Mind's Eye comic book, never even gave it a shot. I've read the novel. It's the same thing. If a comic book came out and they made a novelization of the comic book, why? We have the comic book. I mean, yeah, they could add more stuff, obviously, but then vice versa, nah. That's just me, though. A lot of people love the comic book. Do I think John Wick would make a good Revan? Yeah, sure. Keanu Reeves would be cool. I'm hopefully going to see John Wick 3 today. So the movie I've been waiting for this whole year. I cannot wait. I want to see it so bad. I do not want to see anything else. I haven't seen Avengers. Probably not going to, but John Wick 3, got to see it. Darkstrider campaign. They have an unpublished adventure called A Cry for Help. I've never heard about that. Never heard about that. I'll have to. Oh, I don't have a pen and pad with me. How awful. So never heard about that. But let's see. Darkstrider. Looking it up now. Campaign. Cry for Help. Well, look at that. Wikipedia has something. But it was due to be one of the adventures of the call that was cut the book since the book content was too long. Huh. Would have focused on characters acquire the codex. Oh. Well, it's a good thing they didn't put it in there, right? That would have been in contradiction with something else that happened. Because doesn't Luke find the codex? Anyway, all right. Neat, though. Neat. Cool. Didn't even know that. Thank you. Have I heard or played of Devil May Cry games? No, I'm very, very stupid when it comes to video games these days. I don't know anything. I'm going to make a great dad, right? Don't know anything about this newfangled star. Give me my Super Mario Brothers. Give me my Duck Hunt. Oh, hey, look out. I'm already falling behind in these comments. Wow. I thought I was caught up. Do you think some of the older authors feel frustrated with the sandbox being created? Sandbox, wait, being canned. Officially, they've all said no because Lucasfilm can do with whatever they want to with the series, which is true. But I think some of them wish that they would have kept it around. They just can't say that because don't bite the hand that feeds you. Say, oh, well, whatever you want. Whenever you need me to write something else for you, I'm ready to take that check. So it's authors for the most part are very professional. I talked to a few, and they will give me some stuff that's on the record, and they'll talk about stuff that's off the record, and it's the dirt. That's where you talk bad about people, but you don't talk bad about people on the record, and you don't talk bad. Now, none of them, to their credit, by the way, none of them have talked bad about Lucasfilm to me. None of them. I'm just saying about other authors that are kind of, difficult to work with. But or editors or something like that. But no one's ever talked bad about Lucasfilm because they'd be dead. I'm kidding. I like Sebastian Shaw better than Hayden Christensen in Return of the Jedi. Were there any character deaths I celebrated apart from Ferris Olin? No, I was really happy about Ferris Olin though. That's terrible to say. Is there anyone that I really hated? That I mean, when Boss dies, you appreciate him at that point. He's not annoying anymore. But no, not that I can think of. No. Everyone asks me this. Do you consider Clone Wars part of the EU canon? Yes, it is. It is. I don't consider it. It is. It's dual canon. I mean, that's been established. That was established in the old canon, and now it's established in the new canon. So, I mean, what I consider fact to be correct. Yes. My wife would read it. My wife reads young adult books at Rave Blitz, so don't worry. That 101 Dalmatians book she's going to track down. Josh, I like how your theory about Ahsoka for Legends, how she would have died. I agree. That would have been a great way to put her out. Like she fights Anakin, realizes Anakin, and dies. That'd have been good. That'd have been a great story that they should have done. Ranakin said he was shocked that Zahn ended up recreating Thrawn for the new Disney, the new canon. And the thing is, yeah, Zahn loved Thrawn. He wants him to put back in. Now he gets to rewrite the same character all over again because his character. He even says he killed off Thrawn because back then it's just gonna be 3 books and that was gonna be it. If he had to do it again, he would have probably kept Thrawn alive. So this is his second chance to rewrite it. And he would love to put Thrawn in the new canon. Now he's new canon stuff now. Even more official than ever before. Whatever. Rob says, no Crystal Pepsi, Matt. I have 2 left in the fridge. I was going to drink one for my birthday. Totally forgot. I am just starting my 30-day diet because a ton of people are very nice and they gave us lots of food, but it was lots of dessert, lots of garlic bread, lots of pasta. And I didn't have time to work out any during those first couple of weeks, and therefore the jeans started fitting tight after a month. I was like, no. It's almost like one of those month stretches when I go on the road and I eat fast food every day, 3 days a week, sometimes 4. I come home and do my 30-day diet. It was almost that bad because I wasn't even working out. So I told my wife we're going to do it. I'm going to do a short 30-day diet and get back to normal. And afterwards, I'll celebrate with one of those Crystal Pepsis. I don't know when I'm going to drink the other Crystal Pepsi. Now that I think about it, missed opportunity. I should have drank that Crystal Pepsi when I was reading my comic book, 108. 2 good things at once. Roger says, I stunk playing Mario Kart on record. Well, Roger Carter is a liar. Hey, Raj. If y'all don't know, Roger Carter was my old roommate, one of my first roommates, one of my favorite roommates, much better and better smelling than Bruce, my other first roommate, who we do Prince of the Universe with. Roger, when you coming back up? Roger, you unlike everyone else on this chat room, you have my phone number. You can just text me, say hello, ask how I'm doing. Come see me. Come babysit my girls. And I did not stink at Mario Kart. I was stinking good at Mario Kart. We were so good at Mario Kart back in the day. We would play you upside down. We'd lay down on our coffee table and put our head back, and we'd play someone while we were looking at the screen upside down, and we could still beat you. We were really good at Mario Kart. Me and my brothers were really good. I mean, I wasn't undefeated by any stretch of the imagination, but I remember me and my brothers, we took turns beating each other. We were so good at that game back in the day. Would I still be good? No. Video games are like any other sport or activity or hobby. If you stop doing it, you're going to lose your talent. I used to be really good at basketball back in high school. I mean, really good. Not to brag, but really good. because Dad taught us to use the backboard, hit our shots. I did layups. I could do. I was good. And then went to college, didn't play for 3 years, and then got on an intramural team. And I was telling everyone when I went on the intramural team, you guys want to throw me the ball, we'll win. Just give me the ball, we'll win. I mean, I was just so arrogant. And they're like, okay, great. We want to win. And I airballed my first shot. I was like, oh, I sucked. I'm okay now. Well, I don't know. I haven't played in a while, actually. But I remember a few years later, past college, I played against some high school kids. No, they weren't high. No, they were 18, 19. They were just out of high school. I was thinking, I'm not going to be able to play with these guys. And I actually played I held my own. Nowadays, no. My nephew and I play horse, and I can beat him if I hit. There's one shot he can never hit. It's all over to the side, shortened to the side. And I don't cheat, though, and just do that all day. But he's pretty good at his basketball. I think he beat me last time we played, so I'm probably not that good anymore. Am I a fan of the DC animated universe? Yeah, I do like it. I watch a little bit of it. Like Batman Beyond, I have. The Batman series I have, it was good. I didn't get Superman because I hate Superman, even though I know it's part of that series. And I did get Justice League. But Justice League, what was the second one? Justice League was all right, but Justice League International or whatever was great. So yeah, it was a good series. I do like the DC animated universe, and of course Batman. Oh gosh, how did I forget his name? I'm sorry. I'm working off a few hours sleep. The voice of Batman. Goodness gracious, I've lost it. Anyway, he's great. He is the voice of Batman. Is it true that Alan Dean Foster got frozen vomit thrown in his face at a con a few years ago? I don't know. I never read that. P, if you haven't read Legacy, Fate of the Jedi. I think Luke gets the Codex. I think he does. Oh, Spider-Fan. Who do I prefer with Obi-Wan? Satine or Siri? Oh, okay. I wonder if this is going to be controversial. Siri. I loved her. That's so stupid, right? Who do you wish? It's like we should be in Teen Beat magazine. But I did care about that. I did care about those two people, and I was like, I'm going to go with Siri because she was great in Jude Watson series. If this is a great question, Josh. If George R. R. Martin does not finish Song of Fire and Ice, will you read it? No. I made a mistake starting off Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time years ago, decades ago, and then he died. I was like, no. Thankfully, Brandon Sanderson came in and finished it, but it took 8 years in between for it to end? Or no, longer than that. I was still in college when I got the book, my first book from the series. So yeah, it was well over a decade, maybe 2 decades. Hold on. 28, 38. No, it wasn't 2 decades. It was about 15 years, 12, 13 years. When I started reading it till that series ended, it killed me. It killed me. I'll never do that again. George R. R. Martin will not finish the series, sadly. I will watch Game of Thrones eventually. Eventually. It's on my list. Right now, Stargate. Ooh, just finished SG-1 series. Excellent stuff. Running through season 4 of Atlantis. Watched a little bit. Me and my little girl did. She didn't care about it. She was falling asleep. But I was watching it. And so I'm still working through Stargate right now, which I think is fantastic. But 1,000% better than what I remember. I mean, I loved it before, but I thought, man, it's probably a little cheesy now. It's great stuff. Great stuff. So much continuity in it, too. What do you think about what happened in the Clone Wars, Galen, Merrick, and KOTOR after Force Unleashed 2? He captures Vader, right? Obviously, Vader escapes, and eventually he will kill Galen, but he'll make a big sacrifice for the rebellion to give them something. It can't be too big. What could it be? Or just maybe save some rebel agents. Maybe that's what he does. Maybe that. I don't know. I was always interested in what the Force Unleashed 3 would be. What that would entail. Hold on, folks. Hey, missus. What's up?
I was just changing my phone. I overheard you say the voice of Batman. I couldn't think of it.
Yes.
I too am in lack of sleep, but is it Kevin Conroy?
Yes, it's Kevin Conroy. The missus knows. By the way, missus, there's a ton of questions here for you. Did you know there's a 101 Dalmatians video game? Did you know there are books, like little novels, I guess, for 101 Dalmatians? It has an expanded universe, so to speak.
No.
I know, but you love it. I told them how disappointed you were about your 101 Dalmatians debit card.
Oh, I know.
And they got rid of it. They replaced it with Frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no good. No good. You do love you some 101 Dalmatians.
I do.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay, Viper's waking up, so I'm gonna go get her.
All right. All right. Brief off-camera appearance by the missus. That was nice. All right. What's the best Boba Fett storyline you'd recommend? Twin Engines of Destruction from Dark Horse Comic Books. Haven't reviewed that one yet. It's a good one. Ray Blitz, I talked about this with Bruce. I think the DC animated is so much better than Marvel animated. I like everything's garbage with the Marvel animated, and Bruce agrees with me. Bruce is a Marvel man over DC, but he agrees the DC animated universe is fantastic. Bruce gets every DC animated movie. He goes ahead and buys it instantly, and he gives me them to watch, and I think they're pretty good too. But he loves every single one, and they're killing it in their animated universe. They know how to do it, but in the where it counts, the big box office movies, they're flailing. Hayden Blackman said that one idea. Josh says that one idea Hayden Blackman had for Force Unleashed 3 was that Vader and Starkiller getting stuck on a planet and reluctant teaming up to stop one of the Emperor's projects. Oh, okay, that'd have been interesting to see. You bet you could beat me at Mario Kart, Josh. I'd love to do that. That'd be so much fun. Greetings from Finland. Pete, you're from Finland. Wow, that is so interesting. That is so interesting. Finland. Someday, I'd love to travel. Aquaman was okay. It is probably the best DC movie out there right now. I agree with that, but it was okay. And now everyone's saying Kevin Conroy. Yeah, sorry, didn't see that, but the missus knew it. I did not. She has better memory than I do. Okay, Luke did get the Codex and Pay the Jedi. That's what I thought. Well, mine's not all that bad. Would I want to bring back Galen, Rom, Coda, and Juno Eclipse? Depends on what setting. I'd like to see more stories with them. Yeah, maybe. Everyone tells me that the season finale of Game of Thrones is horrible, but the missus wants to see Game of Thrones, so I may be watching it with her. If she bails out on it and I don't like it, then we won't finish it. I wasn't a Satine fan myself, Ranakin, but there's a lot of people who were. A follow-up to B Level says a follow-up to Dawn of the Jedi. Ugh. I mean, I guess, but it was Tim Levin's book was just so awful, so awful. The only reason you continue is to see if you can make it better. Well, I still wouldn't do it. I still wouldn't. Out of all the errors to put a book in, I would not do that. If I took over the Legends universe, that would be the last error I would approve a story for. To be honest, I just have zero. Well, besides Clone Wars, it would be. I shoot down every Clone Wars and Rebellion era story. But Dawn of the Jedi, I would be like, why do you want to write Dawn of the Jedi? I'd let John Ostrander write a book if he wanted to, though, with Dawn of the Jedi. I'd let him do it if he came to me and said it. If I were king. Oh, Captain Wilhelm's watching Stargate. Oh, yeah. It's fun. It's fun. It's funny. It's entertaining. And as the series goes along, there's a lot of continuity. I was like, this is actually pretty good. So I enjoyed SG-1. I still like SG-1 better than Atlantis, I think, but I know why people love Atlantis better than SG-1. Atlantis is more adventure, so it's more adventurous. When are we taking the kiddos to Disney World? Says Spencer. In my opinion, they need to be 10, so at least they'll remember it. If you take a kid when they're like 6 or 5, they're gonna have fun time, but they're not gonna remember that. They're not gonna remember that. So I would say at least 10. The missus is begging for 8 or 9, but we'll see. Do I think Ben Skywalker should have a young adult series like the Solo Kids? It would have improved and developed his character. I agree with that, Josh. I think a Ben Skywalker young adult series written by Jude Watson would have been great. Or Kevin J. Anderson and his wife Rebecca Musta. Oh, happy birthday, Nick Gurr. All right, let's see. Oh, I got that. How awful. All right, let's see. Um, Fatal Five. What is it? You got me on that one. That's funny. Let me see. Have I seen? I don't know what Fatal Five is. No, I haven't seen those. Include Star Wars. I don't know what that is either. Who's my favorite Joker? Mark Hamill, the voice of Mark Hamill. It's got to be him. What do you think about the new Walking Dead comic? The newest ones that are out. We haven't seen the newest one. She gets the big hardback omnibuses, and those are though there's one coming out end of the year. So it stopped. The series stopped on the Whispers when they have the heads on the pikes. Like the last season ended almost on that one. And that's where we've stopped in the comic books. She loves the comic books. I think the comic books are much better than the TV show. What are my personal thoughts for Mr. Plinkett reviews? Love them. They're great. They're great. I watch Red Letter Media. It's so weird that Macaulay Culkin's on there now, right? That's where I heard, Captain Wilhelm, that this Game of Thrones TV show ran out of good ideas once they got off the books. And that just shows you the books, George R. R. Martin's imagination, his vision is what, of course, sells the books, makes them popular. And then Hollywood, whenever they try to come up with ideas based off of the books, it pales in comparison to the actual author's original story. So again, I haven't watched Game of Thrones, but I understand that's when it started flailing, when they were moving off of the books and had to come up with their own great ideas. Even though I think George R. R. Martin wasn't he a advisor on the script? So I don't know, but I did hear that from a lot of people. They didn't like it. They think that's why that's when the series went down, when they moved away from the books, or they didn't have any more books to go off of. I wonder what Walking Dead. I know Walking Dead has probably one more season, and then they'll be caught up with the comic books. But Robert Kirkman said he's not going to tell them how it ends, so he's going to let the TV show end its own way, and then end the comic books a different way. If he ever ends the comic book, I don't think he would. What do I think about commissioning independent artists to draw scenes from the expanded universe in a way to promote the EU? That's fine. I think that's fine. Joe did that. I can't wait for his new book to come out. Thoughts on the Disney Star Wars park, Galaxy Edge? Haven't seen anything about it. Haven't seen anything about it. Not interested. If I go to Disney World, I'll skip it. I'm just not interested personally. Would I want to build the Old Republic theme park? Not really. I mean, and B Level says he loves Star Wars prehistory. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people who do love that. I mean, obviously, Old Republic, but even Dawn of the Jedi, people wanted to go back that far. I didn't, but there's a ton of people who are very interested in that era. So I totally get that. P says Atlantis and SG1 are both awesome. What do I think about Universe? Universe is lost your thing there. Universe is okay. It's a step down from the other ones. They try to do something else with Universe, but I am excited to watch it again because I remember Universe. I was very disappointed in Universe, even though I remember Universe has some great episodes. Overall, it paled in comparison to Atlantis and SG1. And you're right; they could be on par because I do enjoy. I'm loving Atlantis. I am absolutely loving Atlantis. It's just great. If you like Aquaman, a young Jason Momoa is in Atlantis. I think that's his first big role. So I totally understand. Like I have a group of friends who argue with me. We don't really argue. I don't care. They say Atlantis is better than SG1. That they're fine to say that because it's a fine show, and I could like them equally too. But if you pin me to the wall, and said Matt, pick one, I'd pick SG1. Like, I just really enjoyed SG1, but Atlantis is great. Oh, shut up. Meds Factor works at a comic books toy store. Wow, that's rare. Not many people have that job anymore. I love that job, Meds. When I used to work at my comic book, I used to work at a comic book card shop. Wes, who's been on my podcast before, he has he has come on. He was my manager at that store, and boy, do I miss those days. They were so much fun. So much fun. That's awesome. He says that a lot of people want the Revan, Jaina, Bestila, Mara Jade figures, and the rest of them rot on shelves. And that's true because it's cross promotional. Toy collectors want them because they're unique, and then EU fans want them because they're EU characters. So they should keep making more of those toys because there is, yeah. In fact, whenever you see, because right now at Dirt Cheap they've dumped a ton of Star Wars episode 8 toys and stuff, and I sent pictures to a friend of mine. I said, look at this, you can get anything cheap, but even the Black series, I saw those dumped. Oh no, I saw some at Dollar Tree. I saw some episode 8 action figures, like the real ones that you see at Toys R Us and stuff. They're at Dollar Tree now, or at my Dollar Tree they were. I was like, shut up, you can buy them for $1 now, and no one wanted them. There's tons of them, no one wants them. And but the Black series I've seen it dirt cheap before, but they don't have they don't have any of the EU characters. It's sad. Sad. What battery's running low? I plugged in. Hold on, folks. Don't want to lose my battery. Plugged in. Oh no, someone unplugged it. Hold on. Let's see if that works. There we go. Now I'm plugged in, ready to go. And I'm running out of time here, folks. I don't know when I started, but I'm going to stop in a minute here. At Aquaman Atlantis theme park would be awesome. Yes, if it's the comic book Aquaman from the 80s, I totally agree. Would I like to see more stories about Sharad Het? No. I think the Star Wars comic series, the mini series, was good enough. I think that was good enough. Cheering for the Toronto Raptors in the NBA season? Maybe. What do you think of them doing a few canon prequel stories and retelling stories that have been told, such as Django? What do I think of them doing a few canon prequel stories? They can do whatever they want with canon. I don't really care. Whoa, whoa. Oh, I hate it. Every time I scroll down, it goes all the way to the bottom. What's my favorite Canadian writers? For expanded universe, I have no idea. Oh my goodness. Did I hear about the controversy about using the word younglings? No, I've never heard that. If Starkiller gets stripped of the Force and ends up being stuck on a planet with Juno, would you mind him surviving? I mean, heck, I mean, I guess Starkiller doesn't have to. Yeah, he has to die. He has to die. There's no reason he'd stay quiet. Stripped of the Force powers would be, that'd be kind of lame. I think he has to die. I'm sorry. I know you want people who want to give Starkiller a happy ending. I'm sorry. I can't agree with that. I think he would have to die. I think he was meant to die. If I got the rights to Star Wars, what's the first thing I'd do? Oh my gosh. I did this. I did a video about this a long time ago. I would. Would I redo the movies at this point? I don't know. I mean, at this point, you just have to do. I would just do flash forward movies way in the future. Tell Lucasfilm employees to stop mocking fans, and I'd churn out a ton of Legends content. You know, probably keep both universes to be honest, because there's fans of the new stuff too. So I just do things a little bit differently. That's a good question. Maybe X-ray. That's for a Matt chat. No, that's weird. Galaxy's Edge ban the word because of what Anakin did to the Jedi Temple. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's okay if you like Stargate Universe. I mean, anyone who loves Stargate Universe, I don't know who. I've never met anyone who loves Stargate Universe, but if you liked it, that's fine. It wasn't all bad, just the tone was off. They were trying to copy Battlestar Galactica, obviously. That was going on at the time. I love the Jurassic Park books. Michael, I've read them three times. I love them. That and Lost World, great books. You can buy a 2-for-1 novel for like 10 or 15 bucks or something at Barnes and Noble, a hardback. Beautiful, beautiful. Get it. Get well worth your time. Summer reading. P says, by the way, we have a Star Wars park here in Finland in December. It's called Hoth. That's funny. Just have wampas, no polar bears though. That's funny. That's funny. Come visit Hoth. That's hilarious. What comic books would you recommend for Batman? Hush, Batman versus Predator. Hold on. I enjoyed No Man's Land. There's a lot of good Batman ones. The Killing Joke. I'm going older because I haven't read much of the new stuff. Hush is probably the last one I read, and I really loved Hush. I like Nightfall and Night Quest where he gets his powers back, but those may be dated. I really like Nightfall. Never mind. I really like Nightfall. But I just remember reading that as a kid and just loving it. So yeah, there's a few. There's a few for you. There's a ton. I mean, someone's gonna say Long Halloween. They're gonna say Dark Knight Returns. I personally hate the Dark Knight Returns. Yep, I hate it. There's a few things I like about it, like Batman kicking the snot of Superman. I love that, but I hate the artwork and most of it I just think boring. But so Dark Knight Returns wouldn't even be in my top 10. Long Halloween is decent. It's decent. Everyone says it's great. It's decent. But I mean, if you want to read that, but for me, Hush was just fantastic. Keep going back to Hush and Nightfall and No Man's Land. Really like No Man's Land. I don't know. Lots of good. Batman has a lot of good comic books, and I'm sure a couple of his other newer books like Batman Inc. and the Owl, Court of Owls, or whatever. I hear that stuff is great. Death in the Family or Death of the Family, I heard was great. I would love to catch up reading Batman. I will never have the time. I will never make the time, sadly. All right, getting toward the end here. Bruce saw Godzilla King of the Monsters and he loved it. I will wait for rental. I'm fine with Godzilla. The movies have been okay. I did like King Kong though, so never mind. I did like Kong Skull Island. I thought it was really good. Whoa. Do you like the Vader comic books? Rob's asked. Some, not all. A lot of them were garbage, but some of them are really good. Some of them are really good. I've been reviewing some of them here and there already. They won't use the Younglings at Galaxy's Edge because it's family friendly. Younglings. That's weird. Disney World is weird. Is Delilah Blue a reference to a princess of Mars? I don't know. I don't think so. If you're talking about the John Carter of Mars series, then no, it is not. Because I've read all the John Carter of Mars series. Those are fun. They're probably not the best, but Edgar Rice Burroughs does a great job with those books. I think they're repetitive in a way, but they are fun serial reads. Girlfriend's just getting into Star Wars. Any tips? Good book to give her to read? Comic books, if she likes comic books. Dark Empire, Crimson Empire, Tales of the Jedi. Books, Courtier of Princess Leia. Actually, a really good book. And it depends on what era she likes. Thrawn trilogy is always good place to start. Yep, P, I agree. Stargate Galactica is what he called it. Yeah, that's exactly what they should have called it. We ripped off another show that's killing it in ratings right now. I haven't read Batman and the Monster Man, but I would totally read that. Starkiller versus any Mortal Kombat character? Come on, Starkiller all the way. Hugo Strange is interesting. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of him, but he's an interesting Batman villain. Riddler's my favorite. Oh, I'm glad you like Nightfall too. Yeah, Nightfall, I never see anyone say Nightfall was good, but I really enjoyed Nightfall. Is there anything you can do for the EU rebellion over in Finland, by the way? Asked P. Yeah, just keep positive, keep supporting the expanding universe. When comic books like issue 108 come out, buy it, promote it, tell your friends. But that's about it, you know. Anyway, you know what? I'm at the end here, and this is a good place to stop. And I probably had an hour anyway. And my wife just told me the little girl that I put down an hour ago is already up. So the missus is holding on to two girls and probably wondering when, if ever, am I going to get off of this call and come help her. So I am going to do that now. And I will see y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. What is today for me? Today for me is I got to go work out. I am going to watch some more Stargate Atlantis. I'm going to go to the grocery store. This is very exciting here. I think we're going to try to see John Wick 3 this afternoon. And it is a board game night. Oh. So we got 4 games on the list. I got 4 games. 2 of them just came in this week that I've never played. So time to start playing those and see what those are about. But anyway, folks, hey, as always, it's been a ton of fun. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I know I say this just about every Q&A, but it's so much fun to talk to people like y'all. Y'all are so much fun. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you later on this week with more videos. Bye.